Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This time we're going to be looking at the invention of the Catseyes, which are otherwise known as road studs, which gleam when your car drives towards it with the headlights on. But what actually gave Percy Shaw, the inventor of the Catseyes, the idea in the first place? Well, I'm going to tell you. The story starts back in 1935. Percy and others would often drive home from the Old Dolphin public house situated in Queensbury village in West Yorkshire, and due to its elevation of 1,100 feet above sea level, it was often prone to bad weather and fog, which was only made worse in the evenings. Up until the early 1930s, trams were still a very popular form of transport across the UK, and the tramlines themselves were helpful to motorists like Percy Shaw at night, as their car headlights would reflect from the shiny tramlines. However, by 1933, with buses taking over from trams across Halifax, these tramlines were deemed surplus to requirement and began to be removed from the roads. This wasn't a problem for Percy Shaw and others like him who owned motor vehicles until one fateful night on the way home from the pub, he found himself driving through some particularly foggy conditions through the village of Queensbury on his way to his home in Boothtown. During the descent on a bendy part of the road, he noticed something had reflected his headlights back in his direction. Wondering what had caused this, he stopped his car momentarily to take a look to see what it was. It was at this time that he encountered a cat on the opposite side of the road, looking back at him, and noticed how its eyes had reflected in his car headlights. Now, not only had it caused him to slow down and stop his car, but he also realised he had been driving down the hill on the wrong side of the road and had very nearly driven off the side of the hill. Realising how pivotal the tramlines had been to these nighttime drives, he spent his spare time focusing his efforts on designing a product that would help him and other drivers to safely use the unlit roads overnight without coming to harm. After many trials and failures, he eventually took out a patent for improvements related to blocks for road surface marking in 1935. And on the 15th of March 1935, the company of Reflecting Roadstuds Limited was incorporated with Percy Shaw as managing director. A year later, in 1936, he followed this with another patent for improvements relating to blocks for road surface marking. It's suggested that he may not have entirely taken inspiration from tramlines and Catseye, with an earlier invention and patent in 1927 for light reflecting device or unit by Richard Hollins Murray from Manchester, using a similar idea for a reflective glass lens. Percy Shaw himself gave a different version of events to Alan Wicker in 1968, suggesting that the idea in fact had come from reflecting road signs on one of those foggy nighttime drives home from Queensbury village. So he pinched 2 or 3 of the devices to better understand how they worked, as he thought that they were going to be more useful down on the roads, and the rest, as they say, is history. Whatever the reasons, millions of car drivers around the world still benefit from his invention today, and also made him a very, very rich man indeed. So there you go, folks. There is the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like. Also share it wherever you want on any social media. If you never want to miss a video, don't forget to click on the notification button and subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, which is Transperience. Until the next video, take care of yourselves and goodbye for now.